you think we can make a pattern welded knife out of this? I'm a notorious optimist, so yeah, I think we'll manage. So my thought behind filming this is that as a beginning knife maker, you don't really have the access to bigger tools like a power hammer. So making pattern welded knives is often quite an ordeal. What I was thinking is that I'm gonna make a tiny knife, but pattern welded. I'm gonna start with a stack of 8 layers, and I'm gonna fold it 3-fold twice. That should give me enough layers for a nice little pattern. And another thing is that as a beginner, you probably don't have too much material to play around with. And I know that I was interested in the beginning to know how could I get the most out of the least amount of materials? How would I go about making as little waste as possible? Instead of cutting, cleaning and restacking, I'm gonna use hot folding. It's one of the more historical ways of folding steel, since you don't need any mechanical bonds like tack welds or anything like that. It sort of keeps itself together if you do it right. And also, of course, the risks of inclusions and dirt coming in between is greater. But for that, there are a few ways to sort of minimize that risk. So, what do you say about getting to it? So by now the blade have had some time to cool off, and well, it's not tiny. It actually turned out bigger than I thought it would be. But anyways, so I'm gonna just take it to the grinder. I'm gonna chew it up before putting it through the heat treatment. So we'll see how that goes. We have it. Came out nice and straight from the quench, and yeah, the pattern actually looks a little nicer than I dared hope. So now it's the next day, and we got this ready and heat treated, and I got it home and just threw it into the oven to temper for a bit. So now it's just going to be grinding, and when I've reached about, say, 400 grit or something like that, I'm going to go over to the bench and start doing some hand sanding, and that's going to be most of today. I'm gonna put this into the edge, and I'm just gonna let it be there for like 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna take a look at the pattern, and from there I'm gonna just clean off the oxides dunk it in again for a minute maybe, clean off the oxides again, and dunk it in again. I'm gonna do it in intervals. Each interval is gonna be longer and longer, just to make sure that the etch becomes as clean and distinct as possible. There we go, that's some really damn strong coffee. So here we are at the end of the day. It's all done. It's in the coffee right now. But here's some pictures. Thank you all so much for hanging on this long. It's been really fun, this little piece. Normally when I'm doing pattern welded knives and such, I'll make a bigger stack and forge out a piece from which I can make several knives. I rarely do a single knife like this, but what I wanted to show was that with very limited quantities of steel, you can make a really nice pattern. For this one, I only used 270 gram of steel, which isn't much at all for what we ended up with. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Like, comment and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And I'll see you in the next one. Hey-o!